Shalom, shalom, peace, love, and light be unto all of you. Um, it is Sister Adira here, and this is my just recently turned 8-year-old daughter, Siobhan. And the purpose of making this video basically is to encourage my sisters out there, or my people, the importancy of training up your children in the way that they should go. Sharing with them the word of the Most High Yah, so that it would be instilled inside of their spirits. I keep no secrets from my children. I just do my best to raise them in a righteous manner. So right now, we're just going to talk a little bit about obedience, because this is my only daughter, and I just want for her to grow up to be a princess, one who walks in obedience to the Most High. And you know, as I always say, children don't do what we say, they do what we do. We are our very first role models to our children. They are watching our lifestyles. They're little sponges, so they soak up everything that they see and hear. So, we're going to talk a little bit about obedience here. And if you guys wanted to, grab your Bibles with me, I highly recommend that you do so. We're going to come out of just a couple of scriptures here. These are some scriptures that I've been going over with all of my children. But today I'm just spending mother-daughter time with my little princess here. And we're going to go over these scriptures again. So first of all, we'll be coming out of Psalms chapter 1. Okay? And it's okay, because if there's a word you don't understand, I'll help you. Okay? So we're going to go with Psalms chapter 1. And speak up loud, okay?
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the
Counsel
of the ungodly,
Mm-hmm.
nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor
Sitteth
sitteth in the seat
of the scornful.
of the scornful.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. That means you'll be blessed if you don't follow the counsel of the ungodly. Don't take advice from anybody that's not following the Most High God. Take no advice from anyone that's not following the commandments of the Most High. You don't want to walk in their counsel, because their counsel is wicked. Okay? I got another one. We're going to go to Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11. Click on the 5. Scroll up to number 11. We don't want to have any fellowship with anyone that's not keeping the commandments of the Most High. Now let's read up, okay?
And
Let's see. There we go. Yes. And
have no
fellowship.
fellowship, Lord,
Hold
fellowship,
on, let's do it over. And take your time. And
and have no fellowship with the
unfruitful
unfruitful
works
word
of darkness.
of darkness, but
Rather
rather
reprove them. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. You don't want to hang around anyone, just like Psalms chapter 1 was saying. You don't want to hang around anyone or have any type of fellowship with the wicked. Um, Bad company corrupts good manners. Meaning, if you're being taught to live a righteous life and you have friends that you really like and they're trying to convince you to do what's wrong, you don't want to hang around them because they're going to lead you in the wrong way. You see? So you don't want to have any fellowship with the wicked. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6. I can do the reading. Want me to do the reading? You want to read? Okay. So we're going to go to Proverbs. Click on the 22. Scroll up to 6. Read.
Train up a child.
Train.
Train up a child. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
And you know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell the people what it means?
It means that when you train up a child, they will stick with God, and when he's older, he would know what to do and don't depart from it.
Yeah, and he won't forget. It all starts at home. When you train them up at home to walk in obedience and to strive to live a life of righteousness, and you're training them, you're equipping them for what's out in this world. You're preparing them on a spiritual level. And when they get older, they won't forget those things. Even though many children might go astray, they might go astray. But like the prodigal son, many of them come back to reality. They'll remember what they were taught as young ones and eventually come back home, redeeming themselves where they belong. We have another one, Proverbs 22:15. Well, Proverbs 22:14 and 15. So go down to 14. Wait a minute. Where did we go? Oh. Oh, you know what it was? We're just going to skip that. I'm going to go with... 22 and 15. Start with foolishness.
Foolishness is
Bound.
in the heart of
A child. Take your time. Start over. Foolishness
is bound in the heart of a child.
But
the
rod
of correction shall divide.
Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. Okay? A lot of times our children act foolish, but there's a time and a place for everything. When a child is walking in obedience, you might have to pull out that rod and correct them. Nowadays they're teaching, to not whip your children, but the Most High says in scriptures, Proverbs 22 here in 15, the rod of a correction will get them straight. All right, my favorite one, Exodus 20 and 12. Exodus 20 and 12. Click on the 20. Go to verse 12. Exodus 20, verse 12. 12. Read loud.
Honor thou father and honor mother,
sweetheart. And take your time. Breathe. Breathe. Take your time. Honor.
Honor thou father and thou mother, that thou may be known
Upon the land.
upon the land which the Lord thou God giveth thee.
What does that mean to you?
Means
Look at the camera and speak loud.
it means
When you honor your mother and thy father,
when you're honoring thy mother and thy father, you can live longer.
yeah, the Most High grants you more days on the earth, but when you live a righteous life and you honor your mother and your father, what else happens?
It
Pleases the Most High.
pleases.
And here it goes. Colossians chapter 3, verse 20. Verse 20. Children, obey your parents in all things, for this is well pleasing unto the Lord, Yahweh. Oh, well, read it. I thought maybe you.
Children, obey your parents in the things of the
I want you
Lord.
to take your time and read, sweetheart. What is that word? Now, start over. Colossians chapter 3, verse 20.
Children, obey
Be still.
your parents in all things, for this is well pleasing unto the Lord.
That's right. So when you obey the Most High, Siobhan, what happens? When you honor your parents, what happens?
It's pleasing to the Lord.
Yeah, and you want to keep. Mhm.
And you want to keep His commandments so you can live longer.
That's right. All right. We have. I have a few scriptures here. I'm not gonna go over all of them, but most importantly, you want to always obey your mom and your dad because it's very well pleasing to the Most High, and you can add many years to your life. Not only that, you can teach your children how to teach their children and their children's children. You just want to leave a righteous inheritance for your children. So it's very important for our children to know how important it is to obey their parents and to please the Most High, King and Creator of the universe. Not only that, for us parents, many of us will teach our children that, but if they don't see us obeying the Most High, they won't do it. So we have to make sure we are leading a life of example through our footsteps. We got to let our lifestyle do the talking, not just our lips. Our children are watching us. So, you guys be encouraged, and I hope that you were blessed by the few scriptures that we read. These are some scriptures that I would love for my children to memorize as well. There's many scriptures that they've already memorized, but they need to learn some of these as well. You guys have a beautiful day in the Most High, and we're coming up on the Sabbath, and the Most High tells us, commandment number 4, to remember the Sabbath day and to keep it holy. Holy means to be set apart, set apart from the heathen. Heathen are people who do not obey the Most High or His commandments. They disregard it, they do their own thing. To be holy is to be set apart, not doing what they are doing. So, we got to learn to let our light shine through our walk, not just our talk. You guys have a beautiful day in the Most High. Shalom.